Good morning, welcome to this Wiltshire Caravans video handover for the Swift Challenger 570. This is the 2009 model. I'm just going to go around the outside, show you the operation. I have opened all the lockers for ease of use when I'm doing these videos. It's difficult to hold the camera or phone and the open lockers at the same time. Right, so we're at the rear now. So you've got a highline brake light, grab handles, there's your light clusters, so you've got indicators, brake lights, running lights, etc. Corner steadies at the back. There's space for the number plate. Okay, so coming around to the side, first thing we get to is the toilet area. This is where you put the rinse in. Some people use the think rinse, some people just use water. It's entirely up to you, but you fill that up. I just used to use an 2-litre pop bottle to fill it up, and that's the reservoir for the toilet flush. The toilet cassette itself, standard Thetford unit. To remove, you'll know when you need to empty it. There's a light that comes on in the. It says, I guess it's stuck. Yeah, there's a light that comes on in the toilet area itself, just to say that it needs emptying. So just remove that. Just literally take that off. Pour over the area. You're going to put that somewhere safe, by the way. You don't want that falling in the pit, so to speak. Lift forward over the area and then press down that to release everything. Okay, we'll want to rinse out at that point, so then that comes back, open that up, swill around, close it all back up again, repeat. Okay, also very important to notice here, particularly for winter drain downs, you want to drain down the reservoir, so there's a little pipe comes down, just take that bung out and then gravity will do the rest. And just slides back in. Happy days. Okay, so good, it started to rain, I'm really pleased about that. So there are the two waste outlets for your two sinks and the shower. Just a couple of bits of pipe into the waste master for that. Right, so it's got alloy wheels, torqued up to 130 Newton meters. This one does have an automatic motor mover on there. There's a separate video for that I will show. Fridge vents, freezer vents. There's the aerial for the radio. Yes, it has a radio. Probably a CD player on this one. Right, battery box, so that's where the big old battery is, and your electric hookup, and that's also the area to turn the isolator on for the motor mover. You've also got an external antenna point, so if you're on a site that hasn't got good signal, sometimes they do have an aerial point on your pole. Just plug into there with a bit of coax. There's the cowl for the heating, so if you're using the heating or hot water on the gas, remove that cowl so the exhaust fumes can come out. And here's the water inlet. Okay, so it's a very simple system. Just so happens I do have a pump inside here. This is one I prepared earlier. So, trimmer pump. This end goes into your water tank. This end, with the trigger, just pushes in there, bit of a wiggle till it clicks. Okay, like I say, this bit goes into the pump, and then to remove, pull the trigger again, a bit of a wiggle, out it comes. Very simple. Go around to the front. 3 windows on this Swift. Grab handles again. Gas locker, so you've got room for 2 gas bottles. You've also got in here a leg winder, wheel brace, water pump, and the electric lead that comes with it as well. It's got a propane gas hose on there. Runs on the Alco chassis. So yeah, jockey wheel. There's a separate hookup video, which I will forward on to anyone who needs it. And that's pretty much where we need to be. This locker here, just an external locker, hence my difficulty trying to do this with one hand. So literally just a small locker, but it does have an electric point, a 230-volt socket, so you can run out into an awning if you have one. Then obviously door, barn door, so it's split door, and that's just a locker into under the bed area. Awning light there, so things to note here on the outside, you've got the weight plate as you do on most of these things, so it's got your VIN number, which is your Chris number, massive running order, and the maximum plated weight. So the maximum this vehicle is allowed to be is 1595. Tyre pressure 64 psi, quite high, but again it's a single axle, quite heavy caravan, and the tyre size is on there. Alright, so hope that all makes a bit of sense. Let's go on inside and have a quick look round. So, very quick look inside. Obviously this is the lounge area. The kitchen area here. The microwave. And there's the space heater. There's a control panel, we'll be going through that shortly. Most important part of the caravan, the bed. Actually, no, possibly not the most important. This might be the toilet and shower area. Okay, but go through everything in a little bit more detail. This is the area on the toilet where I said earlier on that the light comes on when the cassette needs emptying. That's the one we're looking for. Right, so back through. I'll turn everything off, then we'll go through the control panel. Okay, so we're at the control panel. The power on is there. Turn that on. So that comes on. Little lightning bolt there showing that we are currently plugged into the mains. Okay, so we are currently running on electric. So switch is here. This is just showing that we the caravan can run on just the leisure battery. If we're not plugged in, that will keep running on that. We have a water pump. Light comes on when you've got the water in. It's flashing because there's no water actually going through at the moment, but that was the pump running, you could hear. Very important thing about the water is draining down, particularly at winter time. Some people do it every time they are going to leave site or whatever, so not travelling with any water on board. Underneath the bench, you can just see over there a yellow tap. That tap open in that position means that no water will be coming into the van. It's all just draining out of the hot water tank and the water system. So in that upright position, that's draining all the water. To let water in, you need to close that, put it into the horizontal position, and then you'll be able to use the onboard water, or the water from outside from in your aqua, I should say. That's your hot water tank there. Nothing you should really need to worry too much about here. That's just the power touch motor mover charge unit, not charge unit, but control unit. But that's the water. Very important to remember when you do drain that, open that tap, is to open your main taps as well to allow any water to escape. Okay, so that's your water pump there. So internal lights, you've got front, again. No, clearly I can't. The front and rear lights anyway. This button here, press on that, will show you how much battery power we've got going at the moment. Okay. There is also, you can run it from the car battery as well. Obviously we've not got a car plugged in at the moment, so that will be somewhat difficult. But that's to run it, just the leisure battery when you're not in charge, when you have no mains power, which we do because we can see it there. Okay, right, this big tick, if you hold it down and press it down and hold it, you'll go into your menus. So the first one you get to, by changing from here, is the clock, so you can change the time on the clock. Okay. The next one down, the alarm is set off. You can set an alarm obviously. Next one down is to do with the fresh water tank. Some of these Swifts had onboard water tanks, this one does not. That would have just shown how much water is in a water tank, but this one does not have an onboard tank. Next one down, running on the leisure battery. There's an alarm to say that the battery is running low. That symbol shows it's an alarm on the battery. Lights are high, and just a bit of the last page. Well, that's pretty much. Anytime you want to change anything, so you go into a menu. Let's go back to this clock. You just press this button, this is the enter button, and then you can change the date. Enter. 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 Change the time. Enter. Okay, so that's the control panel. Relatively simple. If the power doesn't come on at all, and you know you've got a good leisure battery in there, and you're also plugged into the mains, the breaker switches are in the wardrobe, cunningly disguised next to the fire extinguisher. Okay, currently got the water heater switched off. You can see the button saying the water heater off because there's no water in there. You do not want to turn that water heater on when there's no water. Also in here, while we're in here, this is the aerial for your TV points. And that will undo to set the aerial. Undo that, lift the shaft, point the aerial to the same direction everyone else has got their TV aerials pointed into, and then tighten this up, then retune your television. Very simple. The more sites you go to, the more you get used to it. Okay. Being in the UK, heating. So we've got the Truma Ultra Heat, which will run on gas or electric. Very simple. I'll just turn, that's the power, that's off. You can automatically turn it on to gas, set that to 0, turn that to auto, and then when you turn that up, you can hear it clicking. That's it trying to ignite. Well, obviously we don't have any gas on, so that won't work. Turn it that way, that runs on the electric, and the heating can be changed through that, up or down. Okay, very, very simple. Up on the top here, the Truma Ultra Store is for the hot water. So it's currently off there. You can turn it on to gas. You can change the temperature of the water. But obviously it's not going to work at the moment because we've turned the water heater off on the panel. Okay. Underneath that, the Ultra Heat basically, if I can just kneel down, sorry about the vein. Right, so we've got options of how much power to use on the heating. We've got obviously off, 500 watts, that might maintain something but it won't heat it up very quickly. 1000 watts is usually adequate, so 1 kilowatt to keep these the space heater going okay. But if you really want to fire it up and you've got enough power, 2 kilowatts. That'll heat everything up very, very quickly, but generally 1000 will be enough. Clear as mud? Absolutely. Just remember, you can always give us a call on 01373 752 100 if you have any questions about anything. Right, just going to go through very basic details. Beer space. Always good. Just cupboards. Cupboards everywhere. Place for your plates. There's your stereo. CD radio. You don't mess around here, you know. So you've got it's a radio. It's a car radio. It looks like it's been pinched out of a Renault Megane or something. I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Okay, so it's the kitchen area. Fridge, most important bit, the beer chiller. You can run on, it's currently on electric. It will run on the battery. Oh, I'll start that again slowly. So, as long as the fridge is already cool, that symbol it's on there shows it would be on the car battery. It's flashing because we're not, the little flashing sign there, because we're not plugged into a car at the moment. But the fridge would have to be cold already, and this would then maintain the temperature as long as you've got the 13 pin on the car or 2 seconds. Change it again. You can run on gas, so if you're in the middle of the fields, you still have a fridge, and then electric. Turn the temperature up and down to get your desired temperature on your fridge. Simple. And then to turn off and on, there's your power button there. Simple as that. Fridge itself, turn it back on to get the lights there. Turn it back on, so you've got the fridge, little freezer area. More than enough. Okay, we've also got a microwave. It's a microwave. I'm not going to teach you how to use a microwave. It's also got a cooker with 1 electric hob, 3 gas burners. Obviously the gas burners will not light when the glass is down. However, the electric hob might get switched on by accident. That's this side here. So, there it is. Underneath the cooker is a plug which you can take out, so if you're worried that someone might knock it by accident, and turn that on, turn the hob on, you can just turn it off there, not a problem. So there's your normal controls, and the igniter is there. Okay, it's got a separate grill and oven. Cook your bacon to the heart's delight, unless you're a vegetarian, which we don't. Okay, so bed area. Under the bed there's quite a lot of storage. Lots of cupboard space. We've already seen the wardrobe. Oh, I haven't shown you any of the blinds yet. So the blinds, the way they work is bring these down for the blackout blinds, and then down again from the top for your fly screens, he says, which was a bit stiff, this one. Right, then the bathroom area. I've already showed you where the toilet is. However, it is a swivel chair, swivel seat on it. Nice big bathroom, it is. Swivel seat. But do remember, whenever you've done whatever you need to do, to let everything go, but close up that flap again, just so. Otherwise, it's you have trouble getting the cassette out from outside, and you can get a bit cross with it. I've heard of people pulling them out and breaking them. Nice big shower. here you've also got a freestanding table. Yeah, all in all, lovely, lovely, lovely. So, as I said before, any questions, please do give me a call. 01373 752 100. Option 1 is for sales, and we'll help you as much as we can. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, don't forget to like and share. That would be lovely. And to subscribe would be lovely. Thank you very much. See you soon.